Hello and welcome to Boost and Ethanol plays through Forza Horizon Part 18. Today we are going to we're going to be doing 3 races today. The Edifice, I assume that's pronounced, Kalson Challenge, the Gillette Valley Sprint, and the G-Shock 90s Classic. Now, I built up cars for all of these, and then realised that my microphone wasn't set up right to my face properly, so I wasn't sure whether the audio would be okay. So, I mean, rather than just sort of recording an episode and it being like part 16, I think it was, I decided to just sort of stop early in. Anyway, we're just going to do these events. The first one I'm doing is the Edifice Kalson Challenge with the Lancia Stratos that I've got here, and we're just gonna sort of do it. I guess I don't know where I was going with that. It shouldn't be too difficult, and I only started it up before realizing. Before realizing that my microphone wasn't properly by my face. So, oh well. Right, so we've got...
We are all stars in this glorious universe.
Oh.
Only some of us shine brighter than others.
Yeah, what else? There's the ML. There's a Gran Turismo. 1M and a Golf GT, not GTI, Golf R, and a RX-7 and an S2000. Shame, the ones in this game, I believe it's the... Actually, is it the early 2000s one that rode to like 11,000? I'll probably use it at some point. Yeah, I'll probably use a Honda S2000 because why not? It's a car I like. Well, if I can find a way of using it. Almost rolled it. Yeah, this car has surprisingly stiff suspension, but it's ridiculously oversteering. I mean, sure, I guess that makes... Yeah, right, oh, and clipped by the Golf there, may have slightly turned in on him. Luckily this race doesn't seem too difficult. Somebody's honking outside. Not sure whether anybody heard that, or whether, like, you heard that. Right. Hit the brake slightly too early there. Oh, and the back end's dragging itself out again. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the oversteer. It just seems to be a Lancia problem. Like, in most games when you... like most Simcade games, when you upgrade these, it's a thing in Gran Turismo, and I believe it's in most of the Forza games too, where just for some reason these are really difficult to drive, no matter the upgrades that you do to them. Should be getting destroyed on the straights right now, because everyone else clearly has a lot more power than me. Oh right, yeah, I forgot they're the weird AI that brake if they're about to hit you. Which, I mean, makes my life easy, because I can just sort of drive along the straight, not even defending much. And doing just fine. Yeah, Golf R, not a Golf GTI, okay.
You really pulled that one out of the bag.
Thank you, I guess.
Ultimate round. Purple wristband. Amazing. I'm swinging past Race Central. I'll catch you there.
Okay, cool. Shame it just keeps annoying me about the purple wristband. Anyway, I'm going to now go and, I don't know, jump to the next races. G-Shock 90s Classic.
The officials won't let you into this
What
event
cars?
until you select a different car.
Yeah, Lamborghini. There are a lot more cars than I thought there were. Could have used the Diablo even. and a Ferrari. But RX-7 is what I built up for this. Bright yellow one with a slightly crazy body kit and a hole where another exhaust pipe should be. Only that exhaust pipe doesn't exist. It's just a shame that you can't add exhaust pipes in this game. So all your cars look slightly weird with the body kit. Yeah. Anyway, it's basically just a race against my the rest of my garage. And yeah, he says the same 8 things. Actually, I wish it was 8 because at least that would give it some variety. Now the only car I don't have that's here is the Supra. Surprisingly, probably gonna get a Supra at some point. Yeah, rotaries. 2 cylinders, 1.3 litres, and I'm still keeping up with Ferraris and Lamborghinis. If my driving was good. Probably should have picked an Evo thinking about it, or a Impreza, something all-wheel drive. Yeah, this car isn't fun on dirt. Surprisingly, the Lancia actually drives better on dirt than it does on road. But it does. I mean, not that I'm complaining. It's always good just to have a nice driving car, but yeah, a tiny bit weird. Yeah, no idea why that is. I assume it's just got less grip, so it doesn't really snap oversteer as much. Have to be my guess. This is going to be difficult. The straight line seems to be the only way I'm catching up to these girls here. That'll just being brave and stupid. Oh, and I've spun. I'm going to restart there, see if I can get a slightly better start. Because this doesn't look like it's going to go well. I do like this body kit on this car, apart from that hole where the other exhaust pipe should go. Also, it needs some spacers. The thing is, I built this car, then realised that I forgot to change the wheel, so it looked really weird. And then went back, put on whatever wheels, didn't up the PI, and then just put on some 18, and then just up the size to 18 inches. I was trying to say that. Right, there we go, much better there. Yeah, 2 Ferraris here. I guess that kind of makes sense. It's probably the value for money car, I guess. Because, oh, I don't know, actually, probably some of the cheaper cars you probably end up spending less. Okay, right, I'll try one more time, and if I mess up, then, well, guess I'll just have to re-record this. I think this episode's probably going to be short. It's only 12 minutes now, and it's the second race, so, yeah, right, past the Impreza, Supra now. Be careful, I really need to be careful on the throttle. Just be careful in general, that's just the rule for this car. It's kind of crazy. Ferrari probably drives nicer here. Not sure why you'd ever have a dirt race with a bunch of supercars. I'm sure I like crazy ideas, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I guess it's supposed to give the slightly try and encourage players to use slightly slower wheel drive cars or something. But I don't know. Maybe that's the intent of this, but oh, Playground Games, I guess. Game designer. Right. All we gotta do now is overtake the Evo, don't get stuck on this wall. Actually, whenever I hit a wall, if I just go off the throttle, I should just be fine. Just if I floor it and then spin myself on the wall. all about careful throttle control here. That doesn't make a massive amount of difference. You're using. I'm destroying these guys now. All I need to do is get out into the front. 71% through. Actually, this car isn't too hard to drive now. Just need to get used to it on dirt. There we go. And yeah, he's starting to catch up now. I mean, probably got more horsepower than me. Well, this has got like 400 and something. Is there telemetry in this game? I think so, at least. Oh no, that's the thingy, the 1000 Club that I don't have because I'm not connected to Xbox Live, and I'm not sure whether I'll do the 1000 Club or not. Maybe I will. Yeah. Diablo. I don't know why I keep going to that screen. It's not like I even use it for anything on sprint races. Nice amount of money there. Just looks so weird. No. Actually, yeah, I probably should have. Oh well. Right, on to the final race, Gillette Valley Sprint, and the car that we're using is the car that we could have used at the beginning of the game. Could have used that Lancia too. There are so many opportunities for me to save money in this game, and I just completely ignore them. Oh well. Right. Yes, there's a Ferrari. I just wish there were a lot more background pictures. I don't know. Surprisingly, it seemed to load faster than the PR stunts.
I might have been born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I also had grease under my nails.
Yeah. Don't know, seems like a weird thing to say. Oh well. Right, from what I drove over this car wasn't particularly good to drive. And no, it suffered from lots of oversteer. I don't know, it just didn't feel that stable. Probably should have gone for Forza Aero instead of putting a charge speed body kit on it. Oh well. Ooh, come on, keep it on the track. Alright, I'm gonna have to drive it like the RX-7 a bit. Despite this being a Subaru, I really can't just floor it. I should have put on some smaller front tyres or something. A bit more controllable. I know it's a bizarre thing to say, smaller tyres. Because of the, well, because more understeer, basically. Also, it'd have less grip, so it wouldn't really snap on me as much. Yeah, luckily, I seem to have gotten the hang of this. Yeah, making my way up the field now. Gotta be careful. Lamborghini's owned by Volkswagen Audi, aren't they? So, oh. Yeah, that happens a lot. Can I get back on the road now? Slightly through me, but yeah, they're based on, or Audi R8s and, well, okay, it's the Lamborghini Gallardos, but still, they've got the same all-wheel drive system, right? I'd imagine. I mean, that's what I'd do, at least save as much money as possible. I always thought the Audi R8s were basically just rebodied Lamborghinis anyway. So, or the other way around. to me that made sense. Or at least that would make sense as a company to do, save as much money as possible. Maybe it's not. Oh, but there's also a Forza RS200 here then. I mean, that's also basically really good. The more I think about it, there really are quite a lot of off-road cars, and Ferrari reckons the FF is supposedly good on snow. Yeah, really every single one of the cars here is in some way off-road or dirt orientated, I guess. Maybe not on purpose or just by coincidence, but you know, it's technically true. Right. Just gotta hopefully not flip again. That'd be nice. Well, there we go, not on my roof this time. May have slightly rolled twice by when I was driving along up here in the Lancia. Yeah, I didn't need to tell you that. Probably shouldn't have. Oh well. What does that actually matter? Yeah, weird too, my first lap was the fastest. I guess because I rolled over. The amount of steering I'm doing here, I've just realised without even thinking about it. It's kind of crazy. Because, like, I'm just doing loads of movements here and... probably not a good idea hitting that wall there. Time to catch up. Oh well. Should be able to stay far enough ahead. Driving on dirt in this game isn't actually that difficult. Right. Well, that'll probably look kind of cool, actually. I wonder if this car has a rally DLC. I'm kind of curious. Like the, you know, like you can get rally bumpers and stuff. Not sure. Because I'm pretty sure some of the base game cars had car stuff. I think. Oh, best lap. Yeah. I think I did. Yeah, best lap. Don't know why it took me so long just to read through a list there. Anyway, guess that's over with now, this episode. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next video, goodbye.